everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Let's see if we're going live. Checking the Facebook. Checking the Facebook. Checking the Facebook to see if we're going live. Let's go to the YouTube channel. Let's go to YouTube channel. Let's go to the YouTube channel and see if we're live there. Okay. Oh yeah, there we are. We're up on YouTube, and we are up on Facebook number 1. Let's go check on Facebook number 2. And Ikarabaratera Sherpa Nachikiyera. I can't believe I still remember that song. It's a Sherpa song. Okay, let's go there, and looks like we're live there. Okay, folks, how are you doing? Listen, we already have our theme song even. It goes like this. It's Dr. Zollatti's guitar game. You may find fortune, you may find fame. If anyone asks, you know who to blame. It's Dr. Zollatti's guitar game. Hey, everybody. So, you can read the introduction that I wrote up to know what's been going on with me. I am recovering. Yay! Yeah, I got hurt. But, you know, life happens. And as part of the serendipity of this particular monkey wrench thrown my way, I ended up busting out 4,000 slides that are going to be the intro to the guitar game. So you can read what I wrote. I'm just not going to talk much here. I'm just going to bust right into the slideshow and just race through them. This is the first time I'll have gone through all of them since I completed them, so there might be a few little typos here and there to keep track of. So let me know. I'm not going to be checking comments because I'm literally going to be racing through this as fast as I can, and just to get a baseline of how long it's going to take me, and just get in the flow of things. So I'm going to go into full screen here so I can see my slideshows, and I will be flying blind here. You'll still see me up in the corner there, but, I'm just going to be seeing the full screen. Yeah, so we're going to see if maybe it'll be easier for me to have a iPad feeding into this. But right now I'm on the same computer, so... we'll see what happens. Oh, and also, as I'll mention in the intro here, I'm going to go as fast as I possibly can. So when this gets posted automatically to my YouTube channel, the cool thing about YouTube is that you can listen to YouTube at 50% speed or 75% speed. So if that's what you need to do, do it. Because let me tell you, there's a lot of information jam-packed into these 10 lessons that I'm about to give you. I'm going to go really, really fast. Like I said, you can watch it again slowly and just watch it, a couple times, or, and I'll be doing these lessons individually from henceforth, rather than just trying to cram them all together at once. Watch them as many times as you need to, and you're going to know a lot about not just the guitar, but about piano. You'll be able to play simple piano chords even if you know zero about music coming into this. Okay, so blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Enjoy. Let me know. I will look at comments afterwards, but I'm not going to be looking at comments now. So with that being said, here is Dr. Zollatti's guitar game. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to Dr. Zollatti's guitar game. Who is this for? It's for everybody. If you have zero experience, if you have zero experience, if you have a ton of experience, or if you're anywhere in between, people who can play circles around me often look at this system and say, "What? So that's why I've been doing that thing all these years." But really, I designed this game to be enjoyed by people who have absolutely no prior experience of anything about playing music. As much as possible, I'm using colors and shapes instead of lots of words, blah, 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 to explain what's going on here. And that's going to make it a lot easier to translate into Mandarin, Spanish, French, etc., which I will eventually do. I'm working on the Mandarin right now, and I just finished translating this wordy introduction here. It's not going to be as wordy as this, so I got the hard part out of the way first. In fact, none of this introductory stuff in this first volume is really even necessary when it comes to playing the game itself. But it's going to give you a peek under the hood. After this intro course, you will have learned keyboard notes. Yay. Half steps and whole steps. Yay. Scales on the keyboard. Chords on the keyboard. Guitar tuning. Woo. Your first open chords. And even a couple of bar chords. No, bar chords are scary. You'll learn what octaves are on the keyboard first. And then you'll learn how they work on the fretboard. And then finally, you're going to learn all of the different places you can play the roots of caged. C, A, G. By step, or should I say half step by whole step. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, if you'll excuse the foreshadowing. Quick pro tip. In these first few live streams and videos, I'm going to be racing through this as fast as I can. I'm sort of playing a game here with myself to get better and better at polishing and presenting this material. So try to keep up if you can. But remember, when this is posted on the YouTube, like I was just saying, it's super easy to set the playback settings, the playback speed to 75% or even 50% to slow it down. And I do this when I listen to it, when I'm listening at 75%. It's kind of fun. Okay, also let me point out this first series of the basics is kind of just the backstory of the game. It doesn't really get into the gameplay itself, except for the last lesson in the series. It's going to get us to the first pieces of the puzzle that you'll actually be placing on the game board. But the thing is with this game, when you play something, you have to actually play it. Dun, dun, dun. So hang in there, there's a lot more to come. One more final note before we get started. This is a lightning fast expose on the logic and the geometry of the fretboard as it relates to the keyboard theory that's looming in the background the whole time. This is not about the technique of how to hold your hands or make your fingers do what your brain wants them to. It's about teaching your brain how to understand this fun puzzle in the first place. Animation, yay, I love animated slides. So, just have fun learning about the puzzle for now, and if you play just a tiny bit every day, it's going to go a long way. Your fingers will catch up to your brain before you know it. I promise. Yay, so let's get started. Woohoo! Oh, Mr. Pan loves playing Dr. Zollatti's guitar game. Okay, let's go over here, and let's just see if this is actually still working over on Facebook land. This is weird. I'm having trouble. It's automatically changing displays. You guys seen that all over the place like that? This is a glitch in the Mac system. Not my fault. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's go to lesson number 2. Oh, that is so weird. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, lesson number 2. Da-da-da. All right, first we're going to learn about A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. You got two black keys there. You got 3 black keys there. If you find 2 black keys and you go on the left side, that is a C. The other sort of, I don't know, anchor point you can think of is the 3 black keys inside are where G turns around and starts with A again. So we've got C. If you go to 2 black keys to the left side, then you just go through the alphabet as you follow the white keys. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And then it just keeps going like that. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, etc., etc. You know, and that's it. That's lesson 1 right there. You got to know where your A, B, C, D, E, F, and G are, all the white keys. We have flashcards. If you guys, anybody that wants the flashcards, put your, send me your email in the link, and I will send you a Google Drive link to your very own flashcards. Okay, and we also have worksheets for this too. So, And there's also a game I made called the MIDI 500. It's a racetrack that teaches you how to recognize your C's, D's, E's, etc., etc. And that's lesson 1. So let's get out of here and let's go to lesson 2, which is half steps and whole steps. I usually say that if your chords and scales are the molecules of making music, your half steps and your whole steps are the atoms that make up those molecules. What are they? Well, a half step is any time you go to the very next note. It might go white, black, white, black, white. Nothing in between. Boom, 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 boom. There are 0 notes in between when you have 2 notes that are a half step apart. They're next door neighbors. Whereas whole steps, look at there. It looks like, oh, white key to white key, that must... No, it's not a half step because look, they're not next door. They actually have a note in between. Note in between, note in between. So those are whole steps. So look at this. Here's all our half steps. Do white, black, and sometimes white to white. Yep, that is a half step. Then the black, then white, then black, then white, etc., etc. Those are half steps. Yay! But whole steps, look at white to white to white, and sometimes white to black because you got that one in between there, and then black to black. And you know those are your whole steps, and you can start whole steps here too and have sort of another set of whole steps. More whole steps, yay! And we have flashcards for half steps and whole steps, and worksheets for half steps and whole steps. All right. Oh, and we also have a game. I invented a dominoes game for half steps and whole steps. And again, send me a request. Put it in the comments, and I will send you the materials that you need to play half steps and whole steps. And you can just ask Stella. Stella had a great time playing half steps and whole steps, and now Stella teaches at, I think, she teaches at School of Rock in the Twin Cities right now. Can you believe that? One of our music campus graduates rocking it out and carrying the torch and spreading the fun in Minneapolis or St. Paul. I think she's in Minneapolis. Okay, that's number 2. Let's go to... Okay, so now that you know what half steps are, you can know what sharps and flats are. So that is a sharp. It looks like a number sign. It looks like a hashtag. It looks like a pound sign. Eli said, it's an octothorpe is the actual formal name of that symbol. But in music, we call it a sharp, and that's anytime you go a half step up. Now, so like there's D. What's a half step up? Whoop, right there. And so we call that D sharp. Simple. And the opposite of sharp is a flat. A flat is a half step, you guessed it, down. And so there's our D again, and we go half step down, and that's a D flat. So you can imagine each one of these black keys has 2 different possible names. We got C to C sharp, D to D sharp, F to F sharp, G to G sharp, and A to A sharp. But if we come down the other way, B to B flat, A to A flat, G to G flat, E to E flat, and D to D flat. And you guessed it, we've got flashcards and worksheets for that too. Okay, cruising. Moving right along, as Frog would say. Let's go to... Oh, now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of music theory. Now that you know half steps and whole steps, well, you know what do, re, mi can be. Oh, look at my neat little animation. Yay, do. What is do? Do is the root of the matter. We call it actually a root note, and that's when we start to get into chords and scales. We got to start somewhere, so we start with the root. The root can start on any note. Usually we start on C, but don't even worry about that now. Wherever you are, you go do, re, mi, and you're going to recognize that from several songs you might know. Do, 1, 2, 3, do, a deer, row, row, row your boat. That's another one. Or how about, we'll flip it around. Let's go the other direction. Mary had a little lamb. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3. Mi, re, do, re, mi, mi, mi. However you want to sing it. Well, let's talk about what makes that sound like 1, 2, 3, do, re, mi. What is it that our ears are recognizing? It's whole step between 1 and 2, and whole step between 2 and 3. So if we start in, when we say the key of C, we're in the key of C, all that means is that we're putting do on C. We don't have to put do on C, but if we're in the key of C, then do goes on C. And we go a whole step up from there. Yay, do, re. I don't know. Let me get the guitar here. Do. Okay, so that wasn't too far off. Do, re, mi. Those are whole steps, right? Yay. C, D, E is do, re, mi in the key of C. But what if we go to the key of D? Do, D. Let's hear that. Okay, now this is our D. Do, re, mi. Back to all. Do, re, mi. Back to all white keys. Fits the pattern of whole step, and then A, do, re, mi. Okay, be able to just access the Finder directly. Blah blah blah. Talking to access the Finder directly. Blah blah blah. Talking to self here, and we're up. Chapter 5 is do, re, mi, fa, sol. So there's do, re, mi, fa, sol, do, re, mi, fa, sol. Do. Why do we need to go to sol? Do, do, sol, sol. Well, anybody recognize that? Do, do, sol, sol. 1, 1, 5, 5. Yeah, that's right. Twinkle, twinkle. Or A, B, C, D. Or even Ba, Ba, Black Sheep. Ba, Ba, Black Sheep. 5 different songs that will remind you of 1, 1, 5, 5. Do, do, sol, sol. Okay, so we got whole step, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, but guess what? That 3 to 4 is a half step, and then 4 to 5 is a whole step. So now we got a slightly different pattern. Whole, whole, half, whole. Let's do that in C. Do. Let's get a C in our ear. Do. I was right. Do. Whole step to re. Whole step to mi. Half step to fa. Then whole step to sol, do, re, mi, fa, sol, C, D, E, F, G, all white keys in this key. But if we start on D, do, re, mi, half step, mi to fa, whole step, fa to sol, dun, 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 D, E, F sharp, G, A. Let's do it in E. E, whole step to F sharp, whole step to G sharp, pattern there. And then A, B, C sharp, D, E. So no matter